Creativity is an addiction. We live with it every day. You were born with it, and you're probably going to find a very beautiful art journey on your way out. There's peace there. I read a book from the Dalai Lama one time, The Art of Dying. My God, it changed everything on how I feel about those moments when things move through a transition. But it is an addiction, creativity. Unplugged because we will always say yes to creativity, totally uncut because we all make mistakes. So turn it into a tool. This is Arroe Unplugged. I call it stream thinking because I believe in the power of now. Learning to trust free-form writing as well as thinking. You got to exercise it every day. One page, just 10 minutes. No editing, because you got to keep that perfectionist to the side. The perfectionist doesn't need to be in your moment of learning how to be a better stream thinker and stream writer, because you're going to have plenty of time to talk about it in the end. Learning to trust free-form writing. Your best decisions are made right now. It's time to own your leadership, the power of now. Today we're reading from November 27th, 2021. And on that particular 10-minute moment, I wrote about the silent page and how it could not shape what was to be the echo. To succeed with the process of a decision to be present must find fuel from a resource. For the known source used to create a supply has elected to hide from the morning writing. Now, some might say, oh, this is just a blockage, to which I find no truth in. A creative mind is always working, even while silent. It has to meet the page. It has to meet the reaction to the action. Some on the outside get confused as to why words are so important. Someone recently said to me, "Do you feel rage?" Which I thought was an interesting attempt at judgment. Most don't like to write because of a fear of being read. They don't want the world to know what's been playing out inside their heads. Therefore, the page isn't silent. The artist is. Enter self-judgment, ridicule, and the fear of looking at your eyes in the mirror. It seems so easy to write. And yet, as a 28-year daily writer, I'm going to tell you right now, it's the heaviest thing you'll ever pick up. I just want to think about that last moment. The heaviest thing you'll ever pick up. So often, as everyday people, doesn't matter if you're a writer or not, you're still a creative person. Doesn't matter what business you're in, you're still a creative person. Creativity is around you at all times. We have to redefine what creativity is. But the heaviest thing that you're going to have to pick up are the words that you're going to place on a page because of that fear, that doubt, that shame, that guilt trip. You don't want people to know what's moving through your head. It took me several years to be able to write in a journal and just leave it on the coffee table. I don't know if my wife reads it. What is in there that she would find important? Maybe there is, maybe there's not. And then it took even more years to be able to take what was written on the sofa and bring it to the studio to share the thoughts with you. And in that moment, the reason why any of that ever happened is because being spiritual, religious, I felt like none of this is for me. It's for somebody who is about to receive it. Somebody who would like to feel better and has been challenged to write, but has also been challenged to not write. To grow in a way that you can't predict. And yet what you put down on paper became the first steps of a brand new beginning. So when I say stream thinking and stream writing, it's what's right now. Don't question it, just write about it. I can take a dot on the wall and turn it into 3 pages of thought. That's 28 years talking right there. That's not bragging. That's saying that because you're able to find the curiosity inside the imagination of what that dot could be, how it got there, what it could become, there's adventure in that. You're finding things. An art of discovery. Listening to what is and then what will become. Too far over your head? Practice it sometime. If you don't have 10 minutes to write it on a page, give yourself a minute. It'll grow to 2, 3, 4. You don't have to do it every day, but learn to exercise the imagination. And the greatest thing about that is that it's going to open doors and get you away from old habits. Oh, change. See, people don't like that either. Well, if I'm going to write, that means I'm going to lose a lot of weight. Yeah, words. The weight. The heaviest thing you're ever going to pick up are your words. I'm going to lose that weight, and people are going to see how much I changed, and they're not going to like it. No. They're always going to like you. It's you who makes the decision if you want them to like you. I'm Arroe, and that's Stream Thinking.